Hey guys, this is TK2, and this is a 50-point game against Circle Bradigus Tier 4 with my all-time favorite list ever. It is a non-tier Shade 2 list, and let me tell you what is in it. It is a max unit of Blood Witches with the UA, max unit of Riders, minimum unit of Bane Thralls with the UA, max Bane Knights, a Defiler, Shade, he's important, Saxon, and then a 9 feet tokens, I guess. So what I really like about this, and what I really like about outer tier, is the fact that you can get Blood Witches, and you can get, oh, I have 2 Warwitch Sirens too, they're very important. I can get Blood Witches, Warwitch Sirens, and Saxon. You might be able to get Warwitch Sirens in tier, but I don't remember. But you can't get Saxon. Saxon's huge. Saxon's so good because Saxon works for the Bane Thralls and the Blood Witches, which is huge against some matchups. And so my friend is playing against, my friend is playing with Bradigus, and he has basically all these medium bases you see here are Forest Fists. And then he has 2 units of mannequins. This is a typical Bradigus Tier 4 list. And then he has a Guardian and a Watcher. And then this one right here is Bradigus. He's the one to watch. He's he's the caster. He's important. Okay, so the objective is balance of power. That's the scenario. I forget if there is no kill box. I believe it doesn't matter if there is, and let's get on into it. People like to say that this is a pretty hard matchup for Kriggs. I didn't exactly see why it was like the be-all end-all, because I mean, Shade just kind of walks. Now I do play it wrong. I do something that you can't actually do, and I'll explain why you can't do it when I get there. Oh, Tartarus is in the list. He's super important. But I mean, it's a really good attrition list, and you just have to, or Bradigus is a really good attrition list, and you just have to kind of out attrition it. I mean, he has synergy, so he's hitting your power 16 guys with or armor 16 guys with like a power 22 hit. You know, they're still dead. It's not like, oh my gosh, he's hitting me with the power 22, he's even more dead. No, he's just like dead. So like it kind of takes away a lot of the strength, I feel like, of the Bradigus tier with the synergy, because you don't care. Your highest armor, not counting Shade, is the Bane Riders, and that's 18, and that's like what they start off with. So I run up, he runs up, everything's normal. I can't really see him because of his forest wall, and this is his first time playing it, so I think he forgot to remake his mannequins, and I'm going to let him replace them because I want to see what this tier exactly does. And basically what I'm figuring is that I just have to flank him really, really good. So my Warwitch Sirens are both running around. I'm going to run at him with my Bane Knights. My Bane Knights are going to run up, get engaged, get stuck in there. With Vengeance, they can walk into the forest and charge things. These guys, my Bane Thralls, are going to be very important. Occultation is on the Bane Knights, by the way, to help deny all of his remove from play shooting. And then the Bane Thralls are going to go in there, get stuck. I'm going to use the Bane Knights to kind of just swing around here. And then, I mean, he doesn't really have a backline. That's an interesting thing about Bradigus, is a lot of other circle casters kind of have a backline in the form of like a shepherd or whatever they're called, or, you know, some bellow gobbers, or just something. There's usually something in the backline, especially with like Menoth. There's always half of a Menoth list is backline, but with Bradigus there's like no backline. There's stones, but they're not like a backline support piece. Well, they're a support piece, but you know, it's not like they're choir. So they're just going to go around the flank and see what they can do there. The Blood Witchers are going to walk forward. They're really going to be to try and get in the way, and then also to be kind of feet fodder too if I need it. I don't think I'm really going to get too many feet recursion this time because well, he removes from play with just about everything. So we're going to see what we can get back with the feet, I guess. And then also he is going to try and take out my Bane Thralls, because the Bane Thralls are really the heavy hitters. Not so well, they can hit hard themselves, but then they allow all the knights to hit hard. So all I have to do is walk up with Stykz and put recon on them. They can run up through the forest, engage. You can have like one engage 3 of those beasts, and then the knights can like all hit it. So they're a high value target for him. And then Shade's just gonna sit in the back and be nice and cool. So what I was doing wrong, which is, well, I'll explain when I get to it. It was just a little mistake. It didn't win me the game outright. It helped. It would have been a different game if that hadn't occurred, but it's not like it was a be-all, end-all. So I just run up with my guys. Oh, here we go. So Shade has Phantom Hunter on him, and what I am thinking that you can do is that since Shade has Phantom Hunter, he doesn't need line of sight for targeting anything. So what I'm going to do is have Shade arc a spell through Defiler at this stone right here. And actually now looking at it, he does have line of sight. But how this doesn't work is Shade never needed line of sight to see the stone. So putting a spell on him that says when he makes attacks, he ignores line of sight, is kind of redundant. I mean, when he'll make the attacks, he'll ignore cover, concealment, any bonuses like that. But how it works is that you need line of sight from the Defiler. So, like, let's say, what I thought I could do essentially is put Phantom Hunter on Shade and then target whatever I want because he ignores line of sight. But that's not true. So let's say I wanted to target this guy here behind the trees. And then I wanted to do this because I'd be outside of Mystic's ward range, and then I could target through the trees and I wouldn't have to stand in the trees to hit the stones. So let's say I want to target this guy here. What I was originally thinking is Shade has Phantom Hunter on him, he ignores line of sight, therefore he can cast through the Arc Node. The Arc Node can hit the well, it's not an Argus, it's a Forest Fist. I forget World something another. Target him. Since Shade has a spell that says he ignores line of sight, he can target it even though the node can't see it, and the node will all be hunky-dory. However, if you read the rules, like most people should do, it says that Shade never needed line of sight. What needs line of sight is the node. So putting a spell on Shade that says he ignores line of sight doesn't help because it doesn't help the node. See, like, ignore line of sight. You can't put Phantom Hunter on the node because Phantom Hunter says you only ignore line of sight when making attacks. So essentially, if the node can't see it, you can't target it. You can still put Phantom Hunter on Shade because then you'll ignore cover, concealment, and, you know, all those things, which could be very important. But you can't put Phantom Hunter on Shade and then Hex Blast, ignoring line of sight from the node, if that makes any sense. Either way, I don't think it will matter this game. It did matter beforehand, and it's just so you guys know in case you try and do something really crazy, you can't. So everyone's going to finish running. I mess up with that one other knight. So yeah, I cast a Hex Blast through the node who could actually see the stone, so everything's hunky-dory this game. I was just kidding when I said I cheated. Kill a stone with a boosted Hex Blast. Bane Riders walk up, get ready to get hit by a whole bunch of remove from play things. Here he's replacing the mannequins that I allowed him to replace. That way he could still do his forest wall if he wanted. Bane Riders just go super fast because they're awesome. Blood Witches, I really don't know what to do with them because I mean, they can't mini feat because everything has magical weapons. So they're just going to kind of walk up and guard the Bane Thralls, because the Bane Thralls are a lot more important than the Blood Witches. The Hag's pretty important too. So really, the important pieces: Shade, Bane Thralls, Tartarus. That's that. And then I have my Vengeance triggering Knight in the front. So he's going to walk up and Forest again. After the game, he said maybe he would want to spray instead, because he never really thought about doing it that way. But, or maybe, no, he's going to spray here. My bad. I'm getting two games confused. So he's going to spray down some Knights. I think he kills one, which triggers Vengeance. I don't think he kills any of the other ones, because actually he's hitting them all the time. What's saving them is armor 16, because he needs 7s and he can't roll 7s. He can roll to hit them really well, he just can't roll his 7s. So he kills one. These other guys go up, they spray. I didn't feat because I don't have the token next to it. I'm trying this new thing where you have to put down the tokens all the time, because in the new Steamroller, if you are playing in a tournament and a judge comes over and there's no token, it didn't happen. So I'm trying to constantly put down these nice little tokens so that I can remember to actually do it when it comes time for a tournament. So one Forest Fist walks up, makes a forest, removes from play a Knight. That's fine. And then he's just going to do pretty much the same thing with all the other guys and make a whole bunch of forests. So there's another one. Animus for free, stone form, make a forest. No, he missed his attacks. So this guy, make a forest. You can make a lot of forests with Bradigus, not with the mannequins. Just hitting a whole bunch of dudes makes a lot of forests. It's kind of really ridiculous. His synergy chain is up to the point where he needs like 2s to hit, which is fine. Oh, that one shot the node. It didn't take out his arc node, but it doesn't matter because the node's done. Moves everyone up, gets his teleporting guys into position. Bradigus sits in place. Another kind of cool thing, this guy kills the node. Not a big surprise. The synergy chain's up to like a zillion. He almost one-shots him. Another kind of cool thing about this list with Bradigus is that he really doesn't have a super great turn to feed on, because you were just so spread out and diffused. Like, he could, since the scenario's in the middle, he could use it to get extra threat range on you, but then like it's just his battle group, so he's in front of his forest wall, which doesn't really matter too much because you don't really care about line of sight. It's just an interesting matchup. So since he put his Watcher, Guardian, whatever, the big ram hands, that's what I call them. Since he put his ram hands so far up, I'm just going to kill ram hands with Knights, and then Tartarus is going to get in there for the Dark Shroud and get him real good. He's going to curse another Forest Fists, and then the Knights are going to go kill ram hands. Bane Thralls walk up to try and get more Dark Shroud going. They have Recon on them, so they ignore the trees for moving purposes, and they try and do a whole bunch of damages. And this is where it kind of comes down to attrition. You have to kill more of his beasts than he kills your dudes, which can actually be pretty tricky, because his guys have just so many wounds. It's ridiculous. And this next turn, well, I'll tell you when it gets there, but it's almost like you're playing 40k for a little bit with a synergy caster like Bradigus. So my War Siren, she moves up, she tries to kill a Mannequin Stone. Doesn't really work too much. My Knight tries to kill another Mannequin Stone, doesn't work. And they just kind of charge in and just try to... Oh, he does kill a Mannequin Stone. Cool. And they just try and put down some extra damage. They're kind of holding back because they don't want to get removed from play, and they're also kind of threatening Bradigus. Blood Witches walk up. I don't think they turn Incorporeal. I really don't know when to turn Incorporeal in this matchup because everything has magical weapons. And then my Blood Witches again, or my War Shiner again, the overarching theme I found with this is that you kind of want to get around him. So you really, if you can surround him, then It's like if you ever played StarCraft, right? They're always talking about, I haven't played StarCraft really that well, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen Husky say is that you always want to have a good concave, because the more concave you have, the more units you have in front to shoot. So it's kind of like this, like you want to get around him so that you can have all of your units attacking all of his beasts, because the faster you take out his beasts, just the better it is. So if you're around him, there is more access for you to actually be able to attack stuff. So generally what I'm trying to do is just surround him and give him a big Crix hug. So that's why everyone's kind of running in the back, and the Bane Riders are way up far on a flank, and the Warwick Sirens are behind him, is because I'm just trying to envelop him and trying to kind of just envelop him, really. That's how you get around it. And actually another thing in this matchup that's kind of interesting is that it might be better to have your scrap thralls front and center, or not so far front and center, but at least a second line, because since he's going to be RFPing so many guys, you're not going to be feeding so many of them back. So really, these scrap thralls then become almost auto-hitting, or in a lot of cases they are auto-hitting, power 16s, which can actually put a dent in his watchers. And I guess if you do keep them back for the feat, they make a good like third or fourth wave for when it's really getting down there. But that's besides the point. Okay, so I do believe it's his turn. He has Fury everywhere, but he doesn't frenzy, and stones take off Fury, so he has a gazillion Fury, but it's like he doesn't have any repercussions. The only thing that happens is he doesn't get to make an extra attack next turn. Oh no, you know? And he only has like one extra one out. It's just kind of crazy. Okay, so now he is just going to try, and this is him trying to get his synergy chain going. And while I am letting this fast forward, I do believe he has no spirit or mind. Yeah, all he has is like his body. This guy has no mind, and so they're only rolling like one dice to hit. However, as you're about to see, he gets his synergy chain so high up that they only need like 2s to hit. So since they need like 2s to hit, it doesn't even matter. It's like you're playing 40k and there's some HQ choice. It's really ridiculous. So here his guys go up, RFP some more. Really nothing more. It's a huge grind fest. Yeah, there's him trying to heal up one of his wolves, but my Blood Hag is being awesome. So he RFPs 2 more Bane Thralls. I make like no tough checks this game, but that's fine. Let's speed this up, because all he's doing is killing my dudes and making forests. It's really pretty much a game of who can run out of stuff first. So even more forests. See what I mean? It's like he has a gazillion forests and he didn't even use any of his mannequins. And there's another one. Oh yeah, he made Tartarus into a forest. I figured that would happen, but I really wanted Ram Hands dead. So it was a fine trade for me, because once Ram Hands is dead, his teleportation threat into your caster is negated by a lot. Granted, he is playing a synergy caster, so if he makes it to my caster with really any of his beasts, Shade could be in a lot of trouble. That's why Shade is sitting there camping all his focus, and he's going to be sitting on a hill the entire game of just please don't hit me, please don't hit me. And he'll let his army do the work. So that's pretty much it. As just being careful, he's making a lot of force. I'm going up, trying to hit him again. And that's how this game is going to go. Oh, I think, yeah, the mannequins managed to take out the witch over by his flag, which kind of sucks. But I have my other witch there. So vengeance happens. Managed to take out a few of the wounded forest fists. I'm really trying to kill that sentry stone. There we go. With my Warwitch Sirens, and it's nice because I can hit them and they get shadow bound, and then they can't move anywhere, but they can't move anywhere anyway, so it's pretty neat. And then it's also nice because if I hit one of his Forest Fists with it, it's auto hitting, and then he can't hit me back, and he's engaged, so he can't shoot me. So I really like Warwitch Sirens with non-reach beasts. They're nice, especially auto hit, no reach beasts. So Shade's gonna go. He's going to feet back like the 6 models he can. There's really not a lot. Or I'm sorry, the Knights go first and try and put more damage on. One charges Bradigus and does some damage to him, but I think he just transfers it. Okay, here we go. I bring back quite a bit. 6. 2 riders too. Bring back the other Warwitch Siren. I knew she was still in the game somehow. It's really funny because it's balance of power and control the other flag, or if the caster's dominating their flag, you lose a point. But I'm like controlling his flag, so I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, now the witches go up, and they feated. Yeah, see, there's a little token next to them. Oh no, that's recon. They still haven't feated. I don't know when to feat with them. There's really no good time to feat with them. And so they do damage. I mean, PAL 12s do damage a little bit to armor 24 guys, but it takes a little bit. Or armor 21 guys, my bad, but it takes a little bit. So it's really one of the things you want to bring against Bradigus is lots of attacks, because the more attacks you have, the more chances you have to spike the dice, so the more damage you can do to just his gazillion of high wounds, high armor guys. Here we go, a rider charged Bradigus, I believe, and I'm just being generally annoying. So his turn, actually not his turn, I need to get the next part. Okay, so this is the next part. Again, he's just going to try. I'm sorry this isn't more of an interesting game, but it's pretty much 2 straightforward lists just bashing the heck out of each other. Shade has a lot of dudes, he has a lot of beasts, and it's just bash, 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 envelop, bash, 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 recursion, bash, bash, bash. Oh look, someone wins. So right now it's getting down to he has very few guys left. This beast actually is out of control range, which is nice. But I'm starting to look like I'm winning the grind, and it's just because Shade brings back so many dudes on his feet turn. But it's just you make attacks, you keep going, you swamp them, he kills you, you move up with your second or third line, he kills them, you move up with your third and fourth line, he kills them, you feet back so you have a 5th line. That's just how it goes against Bradigus. It's what it seems like. I mean, this is a sample size of 1, so it's entirely accurate. So yeah, he's just making more attacks, doing his thing, trying to he right there is pretty clever. He rifted his own guy to try and clear out everything, because what he wanted to do, this is how you know my buddy is a pretty good player. So what he did is he used this guy, the Guardian Watcher, something like that, to rift him, hoping to kill this model here. Now, he did, and there's a model here that he did kill, but he wanted to kill both of these, because then what he could have done is he could have used this guy to walk up in this void left by the one I killed, and then take care of this one, the officer right here, and this one, and then that would have been like 4 infantry with 1 guy. So that's what he was aiming to do. It's never a bad idea to shoot your own things, just go for it. It's never a bad thing to kill your own models if you end up winning, essentially. So you can have your army kill your entire army, but if in doing that you win the game, then it's worth it. I mean, it's not like they're actually, like if you're playing Signar, it's not like you actually have pour saps as trenchers, and then your gun mages are shooting those trenchers in the back, and then someone's actually, you know, dying as a result for that. It's just we're just playing with these metal little doll things. So if some of your little metal dolls kill your other little metal dolls, and then your one big metal dolls with all the little tokens near them kill the other one with all the tokens near him, hey, it's worth it, right? So yeah, just always look for that, as if that's on. Don't be opposed to shooting your own guys in the back. Sometimes it actually works out. So he's gonna go forward. He has another guy. That was him being sad he didn't actually kill that one witch. Armor 13 saves them always. Like, they always saves them at least once a game, and I think that's where the Armor 13 saved him. So he's just going to walk up with that one, teleport some stones to get in the way of riders to Bradigus. I think he wants to, what he wants to do is he wants to walk up and kill the Blood Hag, but he doesn't want to take free strikes. I mean, I think it's perfectly healthy Force Fist. He's just afraid of the free strikes. So what he's going to do is kind of, there you go. Okay, no, never mind. He does take the free strike, and it does nothing. I was thinking of something else. So he goes ahead and I'm sorry, it was oh, yes, the free strike killed him. That's what it was. Yeah, I forgot. Sometimes I roll well in this game. Oh, he took 2 free strikes. No, he just took, what it was is this one was facing this way, and this one gave him the free strike, but because of gang or something like that, it was power 12 boosted, killed him because he was actually hurt. So yeah, that was pretty fun. He tried to walk around him a little bit, but he didn't have the movement to get to the hag and still avoid the free strike. So Blood Witch actually killed something on a free strike. It was nice. And then it's just, he's looking to see what else he can do. There's not much he can do. I'm slowly but surely grinding him down. Something huge that I have not been doing this entire game is that I do believe Shade, whenever you cast an Animi, they take a point and you heal a point. So he's casting Animi left and right, so he should be able to be just dealing damage galore to all his wolves. Yeah, so I completely forgot about his spell reverse, vampire, whatever, take a point and I heal a point, or else a lot of his wolves would have had at least 3 more damage on them each, which may not seem like a lot, but it can add up. So he's just going into scenario denial mode. I still have a caster that can do more damage than his caster, especially since there's not a lot of synergy chain going on. I have Bane Knights in charge range of Bradigus, who has very little fury on him, and I'm just doing some math. And that's essentially game. It just comes to a point. Bradigus games, it seems like it just comes to the point where one person has more stuff than the other person, and when you roll double 6s and a 3 for damage, it really tends to help. So I think, no, he's still alive. Warmachine comes in there, misses, that's fine. The other Bane Riders, Bane Knights are just gonna charge in and end up killing him. And if they don't, like a Bane Thrall walks up and kills him. It's pretty much game. Once Bradigus is shown from showing to Shade, I mean, Shade can either just go up and get him himself. He's really tanky, but he can get him himself, or some of the Bane Thralls can just walk up and get him. So yeah, that's the game. Blood Witches get him in the end. Blood Witches were doing super well this game. But it's interesting too with Shade, because you can actually feat back the Blood Hag. And if you didn't mini feat with the Blood Witches yet, you can feat them back. You can feat the Hag back and then mini feat, which may catch some people off guard, which is really neat about him. So yeah, I hope you liked the game. I hope you liked it. It wasn't that exciting of a game because well, I mean, it's one mega attritionalist against another mega attritionalist. They don't make for good games. Or, very entertaining game. I had lots of fun. I love playing Shade. Shade's so much fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day.